Your rib cage is essential for your overall health and functioning, practically involving any movement of your arm, any movement of your head, any bending of the spine. Most of the movements of everyday life depend on participation of your rib cage. Perhaps the very first time I became sharply aware of importance of including rib cage in rehabilitation of the entire body was when I was working with a professional tennis player. He had a chronic ankle sprains, multiple serious sprains. I was working with him doing a standard physical therapy, meaning strengthening exercises to stabilize the muscles that became weak because of those multiple sprains. I work with him on balance. I work with him on proprioception, on the balance boards. But his recovery wasn't 100%. He was still apprehensive about returning to competitive game. And it wasn't until I zoomed out away from the ankle and included his rib cage when I had a big aha moment. Basically, you can test it yourself too. Come to sitting on the chair that stabilizes the pelvis. In other words, eliminates a lot of movement of the pelvis. So what I did with him, I asked him to cross arms on his chest, and I asked him to turn. And in one direction, to the left, he went far. To the right, he only had a half movement. Then we repeated the same in standing, turning to the left, turning to the right. This time, the movement wasn't as obviously limited. But what struck me was that when turning to the right, he was rolling his ankle. Basically, he compensated for limited movement of his thoracic spine with movement like this. And then we brought the racket and we put him into his action. Every time he went to wind up for the forehand, in other words, rotate the body to the right, the ankle started to roll. His progress skyrocketed as soon as we included rotations of the thoracic spine, thorax, rib cage, breastbone, collarbones in his movements. So basically, instead of doing this, and especially dangerous when you're chasing a ball and you have to hit it while you're running, landing and running on unstable ankle versus learning how to have the foot strongly planted and being able to turn. You can think it's not only important for tennis players, but golfers. Anytime practically when we need to rotate, we need good participation of the rib cage. That's why I would like to invite you to a workshop called United Ribs. These will be 5 90-minute sessions devoted to our unsung hero, the thorax.